Okay, guys. So we will start with the next topic. So today we will be discussing about local self-government. Okay. So I'll take the session for 3 days. Local self-government. We'll try to discuss in detail. One or two questions are expected in prelims, as well as this is a very important topic for mains also. Okay. So keeping all these importance of this particular area, minimum 2 sessions, and it may go for 3 sessions as well. So in this session today, we will be focusing on the committees which were set up before the constitutional status is given to the Panchayati Raj institutions or the local self-government. Okay, but nobody is going to ask you questions from the committees. But in case if they're asking you any questions, or in case if you need to write some essay connected to this, it will be good, and it is desirable that you should have some knowledge about these committees. And because of that, I will quickly discuss about these committees and the main recommendation of the committee. Now, if you look into the Lakshmi Kant, guys, it is not required. There is no which committee, on the basis of which committee the constitutional status is given the present the self-government or the Panchayati Raj institution. It is LM Singhvi committee. If at all something you need to see, that is what you need to see. What is Ashok Mehta committee or Balwant Rai Mehta committee? The details is not required. The main idea of that may be required. Okay, because when you're right, and that too not for prelims, when you're writing the mains, it may be required. Okay, so when we discuss about local self-government, what is the main idea here, guys? The main idea is decentralization, and this is what we call as democratic decentralization. What do you mean by this word democratic decentralization? The power is given at the local level also. It's not only confined at the state government or at the state level. Okay, so central level power, to be some of the power are given to the state, and then some powers are given at the lower level. This is what you mean by democratic decentralization. Okay, so now here it's more of transition of representative democracy to a participative democracy. If you see this democratic decentralization and this local self-government or this Panchayati Raj institution and all is totally based on the principle of participatory democracy. Otherwise, you elect your representative, whether it is MP or MLA, they go to the legislature and they make the laws. You have no idea about that. Once you have done the election, what kind of laws they make, whether they are consulting with you, no idea, right? But that's not the case with local self-government, or when it comes to the Panchayat Raj institutions, or whether it is urban self-government or rural self-government, whatever it is, the main idea is a kind of participative democracy, and this is very close to the common man, right? It is very close to common man and democratic decision, local knowledge, people participation. All these are the key points that we need to see, and that is the importance of local self-government. Most importantly, people participation. Most importantly, grassroots level democracy. So these are the keywords. Just write one or two line introduction, then we will come to this community development program. And what was this community development program? We don't want to know what is community development program in detail. That's a program which was implemented, initiated after the independence, to take people out of poverty, to reduce inequality, to provide employment opportunity, to improve education and all. But very ambitious program. Why it was a failure? We will look into the failure, and we will also see the committee which is appointed to look into the failure, and what was the suggestions and the formation of this Panchayat Raj institutions, and all the discussion, debate, everything we will see in the session. So let's start with this one introductory paragraph. Just two line you need to write. Local self-government is the government at district and village level. So at the central level there is a government, then there is a state level government, federal structure is this. Now when I talk about this democratic decentralization, further decentralization at the district level, right? And then again at the block level, and then again at the village level. So decentralization, this is what you mean by devolution of power, decentralization. Okay, so just write the local government is the government at district and village level. It's a government which is close to common man. Close to common man, work on the basis of local knowledge, because they are very clear about the local issue. What are the issue of a particular area, and work accordingly, right? the kind of irrigation facility required or road, whatever it is, the local knowledge is very much important, and that will be reflected in the administration and everything. Comma, local involvement. This is what I've told you, participative democracy, local involvement, and democratic decision making. Just put comma, 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 or hyphen and keep on writing this. That you can put it in your own sentence. Okay, democratic decision making, people friendly administration, participatory democracy, okay. So what is the main purpose? People can very well get interacted with the local self-government and can make their voice heard, right? And immediate solutions and remedies will be given by the local self-government. That is the importance of local self-government. Now, I'll discuss about this CDP, Community Development Program. You don't want to write anything about this. Guys, what is this community development program? It is a development of the community, development which need to be done at the village level. What kind of development? Community development include many programs. It is related to education, it is related to employment, it is related to irrigation, it is related to agriculture, rural development. So many things, many schemes are part of community development program. Post independence, this is one of the most ambitious program which was implemented to take people out of poverty. Okay, but what happened is, the main problem with respect to this, even though the program is good, the idea and everything is good, the main problem was related to the excessive centralization. Okay, or everything you need to depend on the center or the higher level. That means at the grassroots level, the implementation is less. Why? Because people participation is not there. People have no knowledge. Democratic decentralization is not there. At the lower level, nobody is there to implement it properly. Corruption, okay, excessive bureaucratization. These were the main problems or the main reasons why community development program was not that successful. Whether community development program or as part of it, national extension service, this was actually a problem. So what is the demand? What is the need now? Bureaucratization, it should not be there. So we need to debureaucratize, right? Centralization, we need decentralization. Democratic decentralization is required. People participation is required. Otherwise, the decision will be taken at the central level, and whether it is getting implemented or not, nobody is checking it. How the fund is going on, nobody know about that, right? So democratic decentralization. So the lower level, people participation, panchayat, etc., will have to do that job, right? Now, guys, nowadays, why this MG and REG is successful? Because at the lower level, the panchayat is taking care of this in issuing the job cards, in fixing up the employment, what jobs that they need to do. Everything is decided by the panchayat. So that is the reason why this is successful. Imagine the same MG and REGA would have come in 1950s. That time, it would not have been as successful as today, right? Exactly, the MG and REGA, this program also will face the fate of the community development program. Okay, so how it is successful now and why this is not successful, it is because of this. At this point of time, when I'm talking about CDP, excessive bureaucratization, decisions at the central level, then centralization, over centralization, people participation is very less. So what is the need of the time? Democratic decentralization and people participation, debureaucratization. For that, you need lower level or this and based on this, to inquire into or to look into the progress of this community development program and national extension service, the committee was appointed. Which committee? Balwant Rai Mehta committee. So they come up with the suggestions, they have come up with the recommendation. That is what we need to see, the most important recommendation, okay, to establish the local self-government at the village level, at the block level, and at the district level. So just give a heading, Balwant Rai Mehta Committee, 1957. Balwant Rai. First two, you will see Mehta, Ashok Mehta and Balwant Rai Mehta, 1957. You can just write, appointed by the Government of India to examine the functioning of CDP and NES, Community Development Program, National Extension Service, CDP. It recommended democratic decentralization. It recommended or it stressed on democratic decentralization because it identified the problems. As I've told you before, bureaucratization was the main problem, centralization was the main problem, people participation was not there, that's the main problem. So democratic decentralization is the solution for that. So it recommended democratic decentralization, and the committee recommended three-tier Panchayati Raj system. Three-tier Panchayati Raj system. How? At the district level, and then at the block level, and then at the village level. So this is at the district level. District level, Zilla Parishad. District level, Zilla Parishad, and then block level, Panchayat Samiti. And at the village level, Gram Panchayat. So every village will have a Gram Panchayat. Guys, it's sometimes if the village population is very less, maybe 2-3 villages will have a Gram Panchayat. Those are other things that we need to discuss when we proceed further. But this is the suggestion, this is the recommendation that you have given. There should be three-tier local government. Okay, so Panchayati Raj system, which he discussed, is that the three-tier setup. So at the district level, block level, and also at the village level. Village level, Gram Panchayat, Panchayat Samiti, Zilla Parishad. Okay, now this recommendation is accepted or not? National Development Council accepted this recommendation in 1958. Okay, but did not insist on a single rigid structure like 73rd and 74th amendment that we are going to discuss now. When it comes to that, it is given constitutional status and there will be a uniformity. But when it comes to this acceptance or the recommendation of Balwant Rai Mehta committee, although it got accepted by the National Development Council, but not in a uniform way, not in a single rigid structure. That means, what does that mean? The different states can adopt different types which is suitable for them, because the demands of different states will be different, the situations will be different. Okay, so the aspirations will be different, the development level will be different. For example, if you look into Kerala, what they need to do for literacy, very less compared to states like Bihar or any other states. Okay, so similarly at the healthcare level also. So the demands of the states will be different. So there is no one single structure. It is totally left out to the states. Okay, next is Ashok Mehta. Just need to discuss. Okay, now if you see the various stages of this local self-government. So this is firstly, this got accepted. The Balwant Rai Mehta committee. This got accepted. What is the first one which was formed? First Panchayat in Rajasthan. Once it was asked in prelims, Rajasthan, which district? Nagaur district. AUR. Okay, I'm just writing ORE. Nagaur district of Rajasthan. When? 1959. On what day? October 2, Gandhi Jayanti. Okay, so the first Panchayat. Okay, now if you look into the different phases of the evolution, now this is how you can see the evolution. Like there will be a growth stage. So from 59 onwards, different states will go for Panchayats, although there is no single rigid structure, but different states will have this. But then after some time, there will be stagnation, because even though these Panchayats are formed, they are having no power. Everything is with the state, and based on the state, because there is no constitutional status, nothing which is fixed by the constitution to them. Actually, there is no power. So there is no point in Panchayats also. So there is a phase of stagnation. Okay, so you will see there is a phase of stagnation. There is a growth phase, like this is during 59 to 65. 59 to 65. Or let me put it in this way. 59, 65, then 65 to, let's say, 69, there's a stagnation phase. Then 69 to 92, there is a decline. This is decline. Okay, you can write in bracket, guys. There is no need to draw. 59 to 65 growth, 65 to 69 stagnation, 69 to 92 decline. Now this time this LM Singhvi committee and all will come, and 73rd and 74th amendment, then there will be a rejuvenation or revival. Okay, up till now. So there is a revival of this local self-government. Okay, so now I will quickly discuss about the second committee, Ashok Mehta committee. Ashok Mehta, Balwant Rai Mehta, Ashok Mehta. Okay. So as I've told you, this is in the year 1970s, okay, 70. So I've told you there is a declining which is going on. So to strengthen the Panchayati Raj institution, because of this decline that you see, this committee was appointed, and its main recommendation is basically this 3-tier system should be replaced with 2-tier system. Okay, like before I've discussed about this 3-tier, one at the district level, then at the block level, and then at the village level. It has to be replaced at 2-tier system, one at the district level like Zilla Parishad, and then at the lower level Mandal Panchayat, okay, below it. So this is like Mandal Panchayat, consisting of it's not like one village, it should be like group of village having around 20-25,000 population. Okay, so total population is around 15 to 20,000 Mandal Panchayat. Now, one more recommendation of this Ashok Mehta committee is it also recommended the creation of Nyaya Panchayat. Okay, but Nyaya Panchayat has to be kept separately from this. This is like development Panchayat, mainly concerned about rural development. The other one, Nyaya Panchayat. So local issues could be solved over there. Okay, and it should be presided by a judge. And then this recommendation was also not implemented because this committee was appointed during, this report has come during the Janda government time, and with the collapse of Janda government, then this committee recommendation have not implemented, it was not taken up. Then in 1985, another committee will come, GVK Rao committee, 1985. It is appointed by the Planning Commission. Okay, just write GVK Rao committee. This committee name is on administrative arrangement for rural development and poverty alleviation. Guys, all these are directly there in Lakshmikant. I want you to go and read that same. You will get all these. GVK Rao committee on administrative arrangement for rural development poverty alleviation program. Appointed by the Planning Commission in 1985. Okay, so what they suggested is actually what is going on. Excessive bureaucratization is going on, and Panchayati Raj institutions are losing its power. So the main recommendation of GVK Rao committee is reduction in the in the development role. There should be reduction in the district commissioner or district magistrate. The role of these at the lower level should be reduced. So why? Because this lead to excessive bureaucratization and over centralization. So local knowledge has to be used, and local people should be empowered to take decision. Okay, so give major role to the panchayat in the development work. So role of this district commissioner or DM should be reduced. Okay, so these are district level officer. So that has to be reduced. Then post of district development commissioner to be created, and he will be in charge of the development department. District development commissioner post should be created, and he should be in charge of development department at the district level, and will act as the chief executive officer of Zilla Parishad at the district level. Okay, so he will be the chief executive officer of Zilla Parishad. Okay, head of the development department. Okay, district development commissioner post to be created will be the CEO of the Zilla Parishad. Will take care of the development aspects, like head of the development department. Next is the most important one, guys. This is, if at all you need to know some points. This is what you need to remember, but even then also you don't want to remember, because we will have to read the 73rd and 74th Amendment Act, and then PESA extend or Panchayati Raj this Panchayat Extension Act. That also is what we need to know, rather than this recommendation. Why this is important? Just because this is a committee which recommended to provide the constitutional status and a single uniform pattern to the Panchayati Raj institution or the local self-government. Okay, so LM Singhvi committee. LM Singhvi committee, 86. So it's the most important committee out of all these, appointed by Rajiv Gandhi government, 86. It recommended the revitalization of Panchayati Raj institution for faster development. Okay, so I've told you during this time, this is the phase. This is how it is going on. This is declining. So you need a revitalization. Now, revitalization is very essential for what? For achieving the faster development, because at the grassroots level, development is required. Whether it is unemployment, to solve the problem of unemployment, or poverty, whatever it is, at the grassroots level, contribution and development is required. Okay, so this is for the first time recommended to give constitutional status. Why this? Once you give constitutional status, then they can work thereon, right? No, you are no more going to depend upon others, guys. If you derive your power from constitution, then you are not at all dependent on anyone else, right? So there will be a finance commission also. Okay, then the state election commission also going to conduct election for them. So all these things are now going to come. So guys, we will discuss in detail, but tell me, Election Commission of India, okay, and then you will later see Election Commission for the state level also. So who conduct election in the case of President? Election Commission of India, right? And then at this union level, Election Commission of India. State level, who conducts the election at the state level? Election Commission of India. And I've discussed with you this provision where I've discussed about the federal setup, right? So this is actually against the concept of federalism. So this is at the central level and appointed by the center, and also state election. How can they do that? So that is a unitary bias. We have discussed it. But when it comes to the Panchayati Raj institution, you will see the state election commission is going to contest election. Similarly, there will be a finance commission also. We will be discussing all these things in the coming session today or tomorrow. Okay, so what you have written? Constitutional provision, and also recommended for regular, free and fair election to the Panchayati Raj bodies. Also recommended for regular, free and fair election. Regular means like there will be a tenure, 5-year tenure will be there, and regular election should be conducted. And accordingly, the 73rd and 74th Amendment was passed in 92 and came into force from 93. Okay, so what is the structure now? Like this is at the state level. Okay, state level we can draw even towards the end. So if this is at the district level, there will be Zilla Parishad, right? Zilla Parishad at the district level. Block level, there will be Panchayat Samiti. Village level, there will be Gram Panchayat. Okay, so this is what then. This is a state, right? State, district, block. So this is how this is village. So number of villages will form the block, right? Similarly, number of blocks will form the district, and similarly, number of district will form the state. Okay, so now I'll move to this this part. But before that, let's talk about this members, how they are elected, directly or indirectly. Members, when we discuss, okay, we can discuss about members as well as the chairperson, right? So at the village level, at the block level, and at the district level. So village level means Gram Panchayat, block level Panchayat Samiti, district level Zilla Parishad. Okay, So here we need members, also chairperson, right? So tell me guys, at the village level, first we'll start from village, members and chairperson. How they are elected, directly or indirectly?
Directly.
Directly, right? For that matter, members at all levels are elected directly. At the district level, directly elected. At the block level, directly elected. So the members are elected directly. So in case if there is any statement whether the members are elected directly or not, it is purely directly. But in case of Gram Panchayat, if you see, only directly elected members will be there. But in case of Zilla Parishad at the district level and block level, directly elected members and some ex officio members and some representatives will be there. I'll come to that. But if somebody is asking you members how they are elected, they are directly elected. Okay, because here you may see some other members also, here also some other members also, but there is no question of indirect election there. There is no indirect election that we need to discuss. Some ex officio members will come. Okay, so here only directly elected will come at the village level. At the block level, directly elected, but plus some others. Here also, directly elected plus some others. I'll tell you who are the others. Okay, now, what about chairperson? At the village level, directly or indirectly?
Indirect. Indirect.
Guys, there can be two options. It can be directly, like you can contest election directly to, it depends on the state. It can be indirectly also. Okay, but generally you may see indirectly because the members are elected first, and from the members will be elected. The chairperson will be elected. So indirect, but there can be direct election also. Okay, so this is what directly. This is directly or indirectly. So in case of village level or at the Gram Panchayat level, the chairperson can be direct or indirect. But in district level and block level, it is only and only indirect, not direct election. Okay, but at the village level, it can be direct or indirect. But village and block, the district and block level, only indirect. Okay, now what I mean by these members, some extra members will come. So this is a setup, right? I've told you this is the district, and this is a block, and this is a village. So number of villages are block, right? So guys, here this village, if you take, there is a chairperson. Similarly, number of villages, other chairpersons will also be there at the different gram panchayat. All these chairpersons of villages are ex officio members of block level. Okay, so what does that mean? At the block level, you will elect directly members, and from the villages, all the chairpersons of the village, the panchayat president or whatever language, whatever way you say, they will be ex officio members. So let's say one block is about 10 panchayat, 10 gram panchayats. So 10 ex officio members will be there. Who are they? The chairperson of the gram panchayat. Okay, it can be indirectly elected or it can be directly elected. So this guy will be ex officio member here. Similarly, how many villages can be there? It depends, right? So all these chairpersons at the village level will be ex officio members here. Similarly, what is this village? Village comprise of number of blocks. Okay, so what will happen? All these people will be ex officio member here, right? All the chairpersons at the block level will be ex officio members at the district level. Guys, what is the simple logic? This, through these panchayat presidents only, you will communicate your problems to the block, and through these block members you will communicate your problem to the district level. So this is the idea. So I repeat, what do you mean by the ex officio members at the block level? They are nothing but the chairpersons at the village level. What do you mean by the ex officio members at the district level? They are nothing but the chairpersons at the block level. Now at the district level, there can be participation, there can be representation of the union representation, and the state representation will be there from the union legislature and state legislature. Who are they? They are nothing but MPs and MLAs. So that representation can also be there. Okay. Now here, indirect election means what? Indirect election means from these members, you will elect the chairperson. From these members, you will elect this chairperson. Can these ex officio member become a chairperson? That means he's a panchayat president here. Can he be the block president also? No. Ex officio members will not contest that election. Here also, if you are a block president, block panchayat president, you will not be at the district level chairperson. Okay, like a CM cannot become a PM, right? Same way, that is also not possible. So these member cannot contest this election to the post of chairperson, but they are ex officio member. Why? Because they are the representative from this level. They are communicating their problem to the district. From here, the village problem will be communicated to the block level. Like that, it will go. Okay. Just write composition. Guys, which article? Article 243. Okay, so when you discuss about local government, 243A2O, that is a rural local government, and P2Z, that is a urban local government. We will discuss the important ones here, okay, in the coming session. So here, see the composition. You just need to write in bullet points. Members of Panchayat at all levels will be chosen by direct election from the territorial constituency. Members at all level, direct election. There is no question of indirect election in case of members, but there are ex officio members. That I hope you will keep in mind. But generally, if somebody is asking you, members are directly elected from the territorial constituency. Okay, so the electorate is the Gram Sabha of all three levels. Electorate means the voters. Thus, representative democracy at the grassroots level is achieved. Rather than saying representative democracy, this is representative democracy at the grassroots level, or you can also say this is a participative democracy. Okay, in terms of its functioning, you can say participative democracy. Otherwise, representative democracy at the grassroots level, that's perfectly fine. Okay, that's about, in composition, we discussed about members first, right? So members are directly elected. Now write the chairperson. You write at the village level, left to the state government. The method of electing the chairperson at the village level is left to the state government, either direct or indirect. You write in your own language. At the village level, it can be direct or indirect election. But at the intermediate and district level, indirect according to the laws passed by the state. Indirect. Okay, so as I've told you, there should be a state law which will provide the representation of village at the block level and block at the district level. That is what I told you. The representation is done with the help of the chairpersons. So the chairpersons at the village level will be the ex officio members at the block level. The chairpersons at the block level will be the ex officio members at the village level. So the village representation is given at the block, and the block representation is given at the district. Okay, that also you write in your language or draw that diagram. Okay, one more point you write. As I've told you, the state law also provide for the representation of members of union and state legislature. Members of union and state legislature in the panchayat above the village level. Members of union and state legislature means what? It is the MPs and MLAs. Okay, guys, now regarding reservation, who will get reservation? What about SC/ST? Are they getting reservation? SC/ST, they will get reservation. What is the reservation criteria? Based on the population, similar to the proportion of the population, they will get the reservation. Okay, so SC/ST reservation based on the population. Within that, let's say 27% they will get. Let's suppose 27, just take it as random percentage. If that is a population, 27. Within that, 9% should go to women. That means out of this, 1/3 should go to women from SC/ST. So 27 is for SC/ST. Out of this 27, 1/3 minimum should go for women. Okay, so SC/ST is having reservation. That I've told you. Now, in general, who else will have reservation? Women, right? Women should have not less than 1/3. Okay, that means different state can have different. Some state can have 50% also. Any example for 50%? I think Bihar. I don't know. That's not important anyway. If you know, it's fine. So not less than 1/3. That is like Odisha. Okay. So it should be left out to the states. Some states will give 1/3. 1/3 is minimum. Okay. Now, what about OBCs, guys? Is there reservation for OBCs? I mean, other backward sections? Not guaranteed under constitution, not compulsory. However, if state government wish to, they can give reservation. So this is optional. SC/ST compulsory, women compulsory, SC/ST on the basis of population, women not less than 1/3 in general. Suppose 100 seat is there, 33 should go to women. Okay, just right. SCs and STs, this or seats for SCs and STs reserved at the 3 levels. Just write simple sentence. In proportion to the population. Out of these reserved seats, let's say 27 seats are reserved, 1/3 should go to women. 1/3 should go to women. Here means SC/ST women, okay, because the seats are reserved for SC/ST, so SC/ST women should get that. Next point, not less than 1/3 of the total seats. Not less than 1/3 of the total seats, which have to be filled by direct election, are reserved for women. Not less than 1/3 means anything more than 1/3 is fine. It is up to the state. Okay, and these seats are permanently fixed or not? This will be rotated, right? These seats are rotated among different constituencies in Panchayat area. What about reservation for chairperson? State can make a reservation for the office of chairperson also. State shall make. Shall means should. Okay, state must make reservation for the office of chairperson. So sometimes, like reservation, women will be the chairperson, right? So only women will contest the post of chairperson, like that. Or SC/ST will be the chairperson. So states shall make on rotation for the post of chairperson. Next point, state may. You see this difference? Before I've told you state shall make, now I'm saying state may make. Okay, state may also reserve seats of office of chairperson in favor of backward classes. So with respect to backward classes, it is not compulsory. Okay, now term of Panchayat, term of office of Panchayat. Okay, so what is the term? 5 years. Okay, now can it be dissolved before? Yes, very much like we discussed in the case of parliament also, it can be dissolved before. Similarly, the panchayat also can be dissolved before also. Who will dissolve this panchayat? State government, right? If there is corruption, if there is any like problems with respect to the functioning of the panchayat, if it is affecting the secularism or creating issues like religious issues or anything, state can dissolve the panchayat even before 5 years also. But once this is dissolved, within 6 months there should be election and new panchayat will come. Okay, so new panchayat will come, guys. I've told you parliament can be dissolved after the dissolution. New Lok Sabha will be constituted. What is the tenure for the new Lok Sabha? 5 year. But that's not the case here. 5 year. Let's suppose after 2 year this got dissolved. Now how many remaining tenure is there? 3 year. So the newly coming the panchayat will have the rest of the period. That means next 3 years only they will have their term is for next 3 years. Okay. What about this is for 4.5 year? The panchayat is dissolved in 4.5 year. Then there is no need to contest election at this point of time. Like there is not compulsory. You can form it after that also. Normal, regular will come. I hope this point is clear. What I want to tell you is there can be dissolution of the panchayat even before 5 year also. If it is done, election need to be conducted. Okay, and then look into this. If this dissolution in 2 year, then the newly coming will have the 3 year term. If it is after 3 year, then the newly coming will have 2 year. If it is like 4 year, then the newly coming will have 1 year. If it is 4.5 year, then there is no need to contest election immediately. Just write this. Term of office 5 year. Next point, it can be dissolved by state government before 5 year also by giving a reason. And election for the new panchayat are to be held within 6 months. So within 6 months, election to be held. Uh, 6 months from the date of dissolution. Okay. So the panchayat which is formed after the premature dissolution of the previous panchayat, the remaining term will be the term of the new panchayat. Write in your own language. Will continue for the remaining period of the old panchayat only. The new panchayat which is formed after the premature dissolution of the old one will continue, or their period will be the remaining period of the old one. However, there is no fresh election if the remaining period of the dissolved panchayat is less than 6 months. One more point, 11th schedule of constitution contain 29 areas under the jurisdiction of panchayat. So 29 area under the jurisdiction of panchayat, but it all depends on the state. It is not necessary that the panchayat will get control over this 29 areas. The state may give, guys, most important problem is, even though this is there, the state have to give what is the area of the panchayat. Like minor areas will be given even by the states now, like some tax collection, okay, this cleaning, agriculture related aspect, the irrigation part. Okay, so that is also one of the problems. So 29 areas are the jurisdiction of panchayat. Qualification, any person who qualified to become MLA can become a member of panchayat. But here the minimum age is 21 years. Okay. Okay, now the Finance Commission and Election Commission we will discuss tomorrow, and further dimensions also. Guys, just 1% charge is remaining. Any doubts? Ask me fast.
Sir, reservation should be in rotation policy. What does it mean?
Rotation means not. It's like see. This is the let's suppose the village. So these are different territorial constituency. So you should not permanently fix that here women, right?
Okay.
Here women. Like this should not be permanently fixed. It should be like if this year, if this time, this three, next year, like this three, then this three, like that it should be rotated.
Okay.
Now block level means different villages will constitute the block level. This is village, block. So these are different villages. That is why I've told you all these village Gram Panchayat presidents will be automatically ex officio member of this block. Similarly, these are different blocks which will form the district. So these block Panchayat presidents will automatically become the ex officio member rather than getting elected. Others will get elected from at the block level, at the village level. Okay, guys. So see you tomorrow. Okay.